Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So I was just looking around the internet yesterday and I saw that Destiny 2 have brung out a big content plan of what's coming over the next couple of months. I know this isn't Destiny Central, but it did remind me that we haven't done a content calendar in quite some time, so I wanted to look at some of the stuff that stayed the same for Overwatch, when to expect a new hero for example, but when it comes to a new map, it could literally come at any point, next week, in December, or in January. We'll also go over the stuff with the new events and when they're going to be coming too, so just a generic look on what is going to come when, to get you up to date with what's going to happen up until the release of Hero 30, which we'll go over first. Before then, our HyperX giveaway ends in 2 days. There's more details towards the end of this video, but if you do want to enter, it's in the comments below. Let's crack on, shall we? So we'll start going over the new heroes. It's the same fashion as before. I can be pretty succinct on this, and most of you know that Ashe has literally just come out, so you know not to expect a new hero anytime soon, unless Blizzard change up the release schedule of having, say, 4 heroes a year instead of 3. Hero 30 will probably hit the PTR sometime in very late February or early March, the same as Orisa did in 2017, and of course Brigitte in 2018. That's pretty much all it comes down to, unless Blizzard say that they want to release 4, 5, 6 heroes a year, which would be pretty cool. We would expect this to be the same, the exact same. But when we come onto the conversation of the new maps, this is where it gets pretty interesting. We go back to just before BlizzCon and this developer update from Jeff Kaplan. Here's what he said about maps and BlizzCon.
I want to be explicitly clear that we're not announcing a new map this year at BlizzCon. So in the past, we've announced Oasis and we've announced Blizzard Worlds. Both were announced at BlizzCon. To be honest, we felt like they got a little bit lost in the shuffle, both during the timing of announcing at BlizzCon and also the time at which we released them. They didn't have as big of an impact as we really wanted, and we feel like a new map is something very, very special. So we are definitely working on new map content. We know that's something that you all love and you all request often. So don't think that by us not announcing something at BlizzCon, it does not mean that there's no work going on. We're definitely working on new map content. You're just not going to have any new map content announced at BlizzCon.
The reason why I want to highlight this is I think people have gone into the attitude to not expect a new map anytime soon, and I don't really think that's the case. Jeff Kaplan just said that there wasn't going to be a new map announced at BlizzCon. He said nothing about having one in December sometime or January, which is where we should, if the schedule holds true at least, be sometime very soon. But looking over the schedule and when maps have previously gone out over the last 2 years, I can understand why we are seeing a new map delayed a little bit, and I'll explain why in a second, but first we need to go all the way back to BlizzCon 2016 to talk about Oasis. We're going to be using the date of when the map went live onto the PTR, and for Oasis that was the 29th of November. Following in 2017 was Horizon Lunar Colony on the 31st of May, Junkertown was the 30th of August, just after Gamescom of course, Blizzard World was the 20th of November, a little bit earlier but after BlizzCon 2. In 2018, Rialto then came on the 19th of April, and Busan very recently at this year's Gamescom on the 22nd of August. They look roughly the same, but that first map in a year is the awkward one, and I'll explain why in a second. The days between Oasis going live onto the PTR and Horizon Lunar Colony going onto the PTR was a total of 183 days, just under half a year between these two maps. It was a lot better between Horizon and Junkertown, which was just 91 days, Junkertown to Blizzard World was 82, but again, between that final map in a year, which was Blizzard World in 2017, and Rialto, which was the first in 2018, was 150 days. It then drops down from Rialto to Busan, which is 125. And to give you some context to how long ago Gamescom was, it was 98 days since Busan hit the PTR. Between Busan going live and let's say Rialto 2.0, the first map of 2019, which should be around April, was 240 days. So if we halve that to 120 days and add that to the 22nd of August, it gives us around the 20th of December, which is actually my birthday, so that'd be great. But I really doubt that we're going to see a map that late into December with Christmas and all of the devs going home to their treasured families, and of course Jeff Kaplan doing the Yule log again, with any luck at least. My point is that there's a lot of inconsistency across when this next map is going to hit and the starting map in 2019, so maybe this was Blizzard trying to balance their schedule to have maps release a little bit later and have a bit more of a gap. Much like Heroes, right? We get those every 4 months, which is a pretty straightforward schedule, whereas the maps range from 3 months and between 6 months with Oasis and Horizon. But every single year we have had 3 maps. The first year I'm not going to count because the game launched in like April. We still had Eichenwald and Oasis. Then last year we had Horizon Lunar Colony, Junkertown and Blizzard World. This year we've just had Rialto and Busan, so with any luck we might even see a map early December. There's nothing at all to confirm this, but the timing's starting to line up, and I think it's just worth bringing to the forefront of your attention that we're still kind of due a new map. I can wait, honestly, until like January next year before we get a new map, so long as it's a good one. Also, do bear in mind that it probably will be a 2CP map, because we are very much due one. Last one we had was Horizon Lunar Colony. We've had a control map since with Busan. We've had Hybrid with Blizzard World. And we've had 2 pure payloads with Junkertown and Rialto. So that's kind of the bad news about it if you're not an Assault fan. And finally, I want to go over the events as these are pretty straightforward to explain too. We know when the Winter Wonderland is going to start in December. It's going to be on the 11th and run to the 31st. But then we have the Year of the Pig. We've had the Year of the Rooster and the Dog so far, but next year is the Year of the Pig. So Roadhog no doubt is going to get some cool stuff. The Lunar New Year tends to change what date it's on. For example, the Year of the Rooster was the 28th of January, but the Year of the Dog was on the 16th of Feb, so over 2 weeks difference, right? The Year of the Pig starts on the 5th of February, so the event itself could start on that day, seeing as it's a Tuesday, but most likely the week before, either on the 29th or the 31st. And then Archives no doubt will be on April the 10th, so a good portion of time. We will have Hero 30 in the game by then, but here you can see on screen exactly where these events are going to line up, both for the rest of 2018 and the start of 2019. Thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and again, brief shout out to HyperX. We are doing an amazing giveaway with HyperX, giving away 2 HyperX Alloy FPS RGB keyboards, and the giveaway ends in 2 days. These are really high-end keyboards worth quite a lot of money, and it really doesn't take much to enter. In fact, you get several ways to enter if you wanted to. All Overwatch Central subscribers get a free entry anyway, and if you follow us on stuff like Twitter, you get a free entry on us, but you can also retweet a tweet, follow us on Twitter, follow HyperX on Twitter. Lots of easy, straightforward stuff to do to get you set up for Christmas. So big shout out to them. They've been amazing to work with so far. But that's all I want to go over today. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.